Have you had a chance to scout Luke Nickel? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I have. I watched them only because of the fact that they're playing in the Broward County Showcase, Milton High School against Western, who has a lot of studs themselves. And Davy Belford, who's the starting quarterback for Western, is committed to Virginia Tech. So you're going to have quite a showdown between, a 2024 kid who's on the way to Virginia Tech and a 2025 kid who's being recruited by Miami and Boston College and a ton of other schools. This is a kid that's about 215 pounds. He's about 6'2". He throws the ball around extremely well. He's quick, but he's a good drop back type of guy. He could fit into a spread offense. Very intelligent kid. And like I say, we'll see more. Like I say, we'll see more of him live and in person on the 24th of August when they play in South Florida. And this is somebody might remember Miami already has for the 2024 class a kid from Georgia, so this is somebody that they're looking at, thinking, what, let's get secure with one of our quarterbacks for 2025. And this kid's highly rated. I think he's only going to get better. Because remember, he's kind of a baby, and he only had a sophomore year to prove himself, but tell you what, you can't go wrong. I mean, being on the radar. A year ago, Miami would never been on his radar. And that just shows you everything that's gone on, from the new coaching positions, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I mean, you get somebody like, coming into your living room that's been there, done that, and Miami's growing. And then that's the one everybody wants to be on the ground floor. Because if you go to Georgia, you go to Alabama, you go to some of those powers, you may not have the opportunity that you have at Miami to get on the field a lot earlier.
He worked out for Shannon Dawson at Legends Camp. Miami liked him enough to make him an offer. And, Fong is already dropping a crystal ball here for a 2025 guy. Maybe he feels like a verbal commitment might be not too far away. What can you tell us about this quarterback, Luke Nickel?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, his brother is at Michigan State. He's a tight end. So obviously this is a football family.
Yeah.
He plays at Milton, which is on the north edge of Atlanta. It's one of the best programs in the state of Georgia. It's 7A football. He's gone against the best. So if he's a kid at that program in that city, starting early, earning offers from Miami and the like, that paints a picture. But I've seen his film before too. He's a really good player. He can move some, but think of traditional Miami quarterbacks, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, move a little, then make a pass. That's what he does. I think this is a really good sign for Miami because there's been a weird trend. I don't really like this, but this is college football today. There have been a bunch of 25 quarterbacks come off the board already.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
Over 10.
Yeah.
And it's at that position, man, that's really touchy because it's one of the hardest, if not the hardest position in all of sport to learn. A lot of people are just getting in there. They're afraid they're not going to get some. It is what it is. But if Dawson saw the kid in front of him, that's a whole nother animal.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be able to work with your quarterback and feel comfortable, talent level aside. So that makes me feel a little better for Dawson and the Canes. Finally, this is a kid that if Miami gets him, again, to reiterate, he's going to have a ton of offers. He already has several, but I mean, he's going to get more. This is a high upside kid that will be ranked highly. It would be very good for Miami in that regard. Plus, never hurts to have a quarterback from Atlanta. That area is pretty darn good with football recruiting too.